What is up? I don't even know what we're calling this. An Alien Earth discussion with Max and Scott. It's not Animaniacs. it's but we previously discussed the Predator Killer of Killers, and we've both been enjoying Alien Earth, and I just I had to get on here and geek out with Scott about it for a little bit. And I don't know what this background is either. I have no control. They should not have put me in charge, but
It looks like a courtroom or something.
yeah, this is definitely like a Matt talk background, but
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll if it pleases the court, we will continue.
Well, there is stuff about, there's, laws and lawyers
Yeah,
and
this is a
uh,
very
property rights. So
there was a lot of Iron Fist in the sixth episode of Alien Earth. It was very boardroomy, but actually no, it doesn't even hold a candle to Iron Fist. I but it's very interesting
in a good way.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. All the stuff that's going on. I am just so happy for all of this good sci-fi that we're getting, and I feel like you're on the same on the same train as me.
Well, especially with Alien and Predator, I think a lot of people are like, Disney's got it. They're gonna water it down to PG-13 levels, and it's just gonna be not as effective. And that has not at all been the case. So
no, it has been just no holds barred, full go. Like there's gore, there's
crazy body horror, like
yes. And they're just discussing like mental health issues. Even like it just it's they're not pulling any punches, and they're not hiding from anything, and I'm here for it. I can deal with this level of production and entertainment. I for the most part, they're not treating the audience like they're a bunch of idiots. And I'm here for that. Like that just makes me feel so good where they're like, hey man, like we're doing the thing. Like if you can't put it together, go online and talk to some of these nerds. Like we're not here to tell you.
yeah. Find the forums, find the subreddits, and chat about it,
and you'll be fine. But all right, so what was just like your first impression off the first couple episodes, and how are you feeling now? I think there's only 8 episodes this season.
Yeah, so I think we got 2 left.
Right, so we're coming to the end of it. So yeah, how are you feeling, and how did the show surprise you or grab you?
One of the big things that grabbed me at the beginning was just like the production and like how good everything looks. Like, regardless of what you think of the story and the writing, like everything just looks really good. And it doesn't seem like it's overly CGI. It seems like we're on like really like well made practical sets, and everything just looks really cool and still grounded. Like it's not like super far into the future where everything's like crazy sci-fi. It's like there's some kind of modern stuff there that it's like, oh yeah, like I could see like the next 100 years or so that could be how things look, kind of thing, with obviously some the sci-fi twists on it, especially considering like the original movies were all like big chunky CRTs and buttons and stuff like that. I think it does a good job of blending like the kind of the retro technology with like futuristic technology, where it all kind of blends together really well.
Yeah, I have enjoyed a lot the they are still using clickety clacks. They're still using like that. It's, all the monitors have that old school feel to them, even though like obviously they're highly futuristic. But yeah, I'm 100% down for it. Like the production quality is stellar. It is top notch, and like I haven't checked it out, but I'm wondering how much they spent per episode on these. Because like you can tell that this is the full on Jurassic Park. We spared no expense. Like
yeah.
So I'm having fun with it. I like the xenomorph design. It's pretty much what you're used to. I feel like it is a little trimmed down, a little sleeker. But that doesn't bother me at all. I think some of these internet nerds might have been complaining about it, but I don't have a problem with how the xenomorph looks. I mean, like this is the second best Alien thing for me. Like of all the Alien stuff that's been made, right now. Like after the first Alien movie, this for me. I know a lot of people like Aliens, but that's just a whole different movie.
Yeah, I like Aliens. Like,
oh yeah, no, and I like it
yeah,
too. I like Aliens would be coming in third now, for on my list, but it's just a different thing. And this to me is just hitting my sci-fi and hitting my this like interesting like interactions and controversy between the characters involved, and I am fully on board. I was almost off board.
I remember.
Yeah, episode 3. If you recall, let me see if I can't. Do we have the spoilers, man? 18.
Yeah, we might as well throw up spoilers for all this because it's kind of hard to talk about anything without spoilers.
So if you are hanging out with us and you do not want if you've not seen up to episode 6 and do not want anything spoiled, here's where you get out. We love the show. Okay, 4 out of 5 for me. Scott, what are you giving it so far?
Yeah, probably about the same, like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah. All right. Great. We love the show. Now, if you needed anything more, less, if you needed anything else than that, then you can listen on. But if that's what you're waiting for, there you go. The show's awesome. We recommend it. But yeah. All right. So episode 3, at the end of it, they do this cliffhanger where it's just supposed to build up dramatic tension, and I was not on board for that. I thought the way they did it with the brother, like this alien has just murdered everything it saw.
Like that.
Yes. Like it was just full on. If it's breathing, I'm going to stop that. Right up until it gets the brother. And then it does this whole elaborate, like, we go into episode 4. Or was it episode 2 and episode 3?
I think it was 2 into 3 where it tackles the brother out of the window.
Okay, yeah.
And then 3, she has to go rescue him.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. So episode 2 into 3. The alien sets up this whole trap where it sticks the brother to a wall, and it's like, oh, I know somebody's coming for him, even though like it did not care at all who was hanging out in a room before and never tried to carry anyone else off. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I understand that like Wendy is a stronger character, and the alien may have realized like, okay, I cannot mess with her in the same way that I mess with everyone else. And that's fine to me. But I just thought that like carrying the brother off and setting off this like elaborate trap that doesn't even end up working was just like bad. This is the worst that the story writing got for me, because I thought that there was a spot where there were a bunch of unopened alien eggs. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, why isn't the alien carrying the brother to the alien eggs? It should have some, because again, like we're often in like there's no hard rules for any of this. Like, who's to say that the alien can't scent the eggs and wants to bring a host back to well,
the egg was starting to open up. The brother was standing there, and the egg was starting to stir a little bit.
Right? Did the brother end up in the egg room?
Yeah, it was the brother, and then like the 3 synths were there. It was the brother, his sister, and then 2 of the other the Lost Boys.
Oh, okay.
Were all in the egg area.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, they did have it where, like, say, some of the Lost Boys were guarding, but I would have just written that whole thing different, where the alien is trying to drag the brother to the egg room, and, then she can intercept, or maybe, they even make it, and she's got to, like, shove the brother in a closet or something while she fights off everything else. Yeah. I really, like, that took me so far out of this show. Like, I was just ready to be done. I was like, this is not cool. It just felt like lazy and easy. Like, oh, he carries him off and then he sets a trap. Like, why? Like, there's not been another alien who's done this. This alien showed no proclivity to doing this sort of thing. Because like they've introduced a lot of different alien species in this one, and that's actually the more interesting stuff as far as like the aliens are concerned. So yeah, I was just like, this just seems kind of hacky. like Saturday morning cartoon, right?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of tension. Because especially if you like have seen the trailer, like the brother isn't gonna die this early because there's like scenes of him on the island and stuff like that. So it's like I know they're gonna make it out, but yeah, I guess I chalked it up that maybe the alien is confused by the synthetics, like it can't quite tell what they are. That's the one thing that I'm not so sure about is like when you get to episode 4 where they're on the ship, like the alien kills the one synth, and it's like I don't know. There's not a lot of like background as like how an alien would react to a synthetic if they're not posing a threat. Like, does it know that they're not real? Like, obviously, the Queen in Aliens, like rips Bishop in half, but I figured that was just because, again, it was just killing everybody.
Yeah, like it was.
So maybe it was like you've got these 3 weird synthetics all around the eggs and the one human. I don't know what's gonna happen. So let me drag the human off away from this setting.
Well, no, because I thought when he jumps out of the window, it's just the Indian guy and Wendy.
Maybe it is just the Indian guy and Wendy, and then the other guy comes in afterwards.
Yeah,
you're probably right. I think you're right. But still, maybe it's something like the alien just wants to get the one organic away from these 2 synths because it's like it's outnumbered.
Okay, now when you get the organic away, what do? Let's revert back to our primary programming and murder the crap out of this dude. Because like when he jumped out of the window with the brother, when they jumped out of the window with the brother, I was like, oh wow, this show is gonna murk this brother right now.
Yeah,
that's dope. Like I'm here for it. Like full on, like let's Game of Thrones, like murder everyone you like. Like I like a show that's not afraid to kill main characters, which this show actually isn't. But
right.
just not the ones I want them to at the time that I want them to do it, apparently. But yeah, it was that was just a bit jarring for me. And then like with how good episode 4 was, I lost all my I was like, okay, fine, like that's fine. I'll deal with that being in here. Like I don't even care anymore. This show is so dope that like this episode is so dope that it completely makes up for all the problems that I had in the last episode. But yeah, like so all right, what is your favorite new alien species out of this show?
I mean, I feel like the eye is the easy answer, and we haven't seen a couple of the other aliens do something yet, so I'm like the flies are just kind of lame. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Like they serve their purpose. The eye is like the most interesting, but you've got the weird sack hanging from the ceiling.
I'm on a team plant thing is kind of where I plant my flag, but also those. So yeah, again, super spoilers. Episode 6, those alien, those weird things that eat metal apparently, or eat
minerals or synthetic material or whatever.
Those are very interesting to me too.
But, I think they're just in there to pose a threat to the synthetic kids. It's like it shows that they can't be around all the specimens because like for the most part the organic specimens, with the exception of the eye, like kind of ignore the synthetic kids because they're like there's no meat there.
Yeah, there's no life to
like I don't think the eye could have done much with the synthetic girl if it did get a hold of her. I think it was just kind of instinctively
because
reacting.
she looks like a person. It's like, okay, there's the eye, that's what I there's my hole.
Exactly.
I'm just like, just go to your home. Don't you want to go to your home?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the eye is definitely. I almost kind of like the eye to me is another character. Like, so I don't really. He's not mindless like all the other alien species that they've got. But yeah, I like those ones that just eat minerals and things like that. I thought that was really interesting and cool because I was like, okay, well, they don't even want. They're the only things that aren't really harmful to the humans.
No one's safe. If everything's in a room, like nobody's safe. Not the synths or the organic people.
Right, and that brings me to my the other thing that I kind of don't like is just like, okay, you know, this dude in episode 6, like they got to put him in the room. I
Yeah.
don't really like how they did that. Like it just, yeah, again, just a little hacky. But I can't. I find myself just they do such a good job everywhere else. I can't make myself care enough to to actually like to make it a
Well,
big deal.
because he's talking to Kirsch. He's got like a built-in little comm link in his head because he's a robot, and he gets locked in, and he doesn't just like call
Hey,
somebody immediately, like, "Hey,
right?
let me out."
And then it's like, and even like the dialogue. He's with the two synth friends, or two of the Lost Boys, and he's like, "Oh, I got to go do a thing," and she's like, "Oh, like, do you need help?" Like, I don't know why he would be like, "No, I want to be the one to be doing the thing," versus like, "Oh yeah, like sure, come on," like I don't know why, like.
I kind of get that, like, because you have to remember they are children, and he's starting to get more responsibility, so he's feeling important. So he's like, I can do this myself. Like, I'm an adult. Like, I don't need help. I don't want help. Like, I remember feeling that way growing up, when like my parents are like, "Can you do this?" Like, yeah, I got it. Like, I'm excited to start being treated like an adult. It's like I'm gonna do it myself and prove to them that I can do it,
It'll all be
and I
done
don't need any
perfectly.
help.
No, I've never been that guy. I've always been lazy. So if you're offering to help, I will accept it. There's no, I don't care how much I need your help or not. Like, just make it easier for me. So come on.
Well, there's the reading of the Peter Pan where it's like, as soon as a kid grows up, like they can't be part of Neverland, so they are sent away. So I think thematically that's kind of what it's showing, is like, once you grow up, like you are of no use to Boy Cavalier anymore. He only wants the children because they're easily
Face
manipulated.
melty.
Yeah.
And that was actually kind of hard to watch. Like,
I know.
yeah, I didn't. I don't know why I got like a visceral reaction to that guy's face melting off. But yeah, hey,
because even though he's a robot, but he is a kid.
Yeah,
there's
but
a
I mean,
kid
like,
in
he's
there.
not really like they're not. He's not feeling pain.
I don't know if he's gonna be like dead, or
I
if
think
like
he's
he
dead.
can.
There's no way.
His hard drive is protected somewhere.
Yeah. That's true. We don't know where they keep the memory core or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, like there is some wiggle room there, but if maybe they can just like hook him up with a new body. I don't know how much those things cost, but yeah, like that's maybe sure. But I feel like he's dead.
Yeah, probably. I think it would be kind of a cop out if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's fine. Like,
oh yeah. Then there's just like no stakes again. Because you're saying like they only added this alien to make stakes for the synths,
right?
And then just be like, oh, that's fine. Like as long as like, as long as they've got their big toe, we can.
My only other thought on that is like, if like when during the transfer process, it's not a transfer. Like they copy your mind and it's like uploaded somewhere, and then it's like, well, we can just copy you into as many bodies as you want, because then it's like, well, none of them are the original or the real one, because there's been questions of that, of like, is that your sister?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true
know.
too.
So it's like,
And
oh, we have you on a hard drive, and we can just copy you infinitely. We could have 30 of you whenever. Like,
and
which one's the real
they
one?
back up the data during their therapy sessions or whatever.
That would be the only way to do it and make it be like creepy. Is like, oh, he's not dead, but he was dead before he even got to this body. Like, he's not the original child who died on the table.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that because, like, again, like there are stakes, like in that. Okay, well, this body can die, and if they decide to upload me again, like that'll be fine. But I definitely want to keep this whole for right now.
Well, they erased the one girl's memories, which again just begs the question, like, oh, well, we can change you however we want.
Mm-hmm. And also with Moro, who is my favorite character. Is it Babu or Babao Cisse?
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram now, but I can't remember his name.
That dude is dope. I am like this performance is so awesome. He's my favorite character by far. When he was on the ship, and he had just like let everyone die and let the aliens escape, and he was kind of like having trouble dealing with it, and he just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna upload these memories and then delete them.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. So like again, like just more to your point, like the technology is definitely already there, even in the older models of synth. To just plug and play, memories or whatever. So yeah, that could be. They could just have another copy of him. And yeah, but he's the second least interesting Lost Boy to me. The least interesting Lost Boy to me is the black guy who's like fully a kid all the time.
Yeah, he's the Indian dude's friend.
Yeah. He's just like, I don't want to grow up. Like just the whole time, and I hate kids, so he is the most annoying to me. But no, like he just doesn't really. They haven't really given him anything. Being fair,
I think he's like the baseline. He's like the kid who's like dealing with it the best. Everyone else is having all these like issues, and he's just like, yeah, I'm here. Like,
this is fine. Like they're not, everyone's cool. Like like you get everything we need. So he's just the most. They could kill that one off, and I would not have any problems at all. The scientist one is like the second least interesting to me because like he's just full on lab assistant. And that's all he wants to be, and that's
he's
fine.
The intern, the grad student.
Just like, hey, go check the samples and then tell me yada yada. And he's like, yes, sir, and just so happy doing that. He's just like an uninteresting character. But like like I really like the redhead who thought she was pregnant. That was a crazy awesome like little storyline.
Something's gonna happen with her, like,
oh yeah, because like they messed with her memories now, and she's already shown a proclivity to emotional
like outbursts,
disconnect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was shocked when they were just like, just delete it. I thought they were just going to scrap her.
Oh yeah.
Because I was
but she's probably too expensive to just full on scrap. They're like, let's try and damage control for now. But
yeah. So I was like, okay, hey, but she's already shown that she's faulty.
Yeah. Well, I think the doctor lady said that. It's like we knew that some of these kids were like a little messed up.
Yeah.
Before we did this, like this is part of the risk.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. Even given that, I'm still like, okay, well, then like she's a dead kid. Like she was going to die. Like all these kids were terminal.
Yeah, they knew they weren't making it.
Yeah, that's the reason you got to use them, because there was no chance that they live, for another year or whatever, even. So yeah, I was surprised when they're like, no, just delete some memories and boot up fucking Windows 10 and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, but it's weird that they don't have like a conversation with the other kids, because she wakes up and Wendy's just there and like, oh, you good? Like, remember the crash? And like no one was like, hey, don't say anything to her about this and that. Like,
right.
Which again makes me wonder, like, is this by design? Does somebody want these kids to like, are they just like pushing the limits and seeing like what they can handle?
And that would go in line with the boy Cavalier character. Even Wendy's like, this is a yes place. Like we don't say no to like a thing if we can try it. So yeah, like that would make a lot of sense to me. But like also, I don't know. Like that's just another little thing where I'm just like, yeah, you could have written that better. Because if they're like telling the other kids like, hey, she had this super traumatic experience, we are going to delete the memories so that she doesn't have to carry that. And then they have a problem, like they have the crisis of, well, if you're going to do that to her, you can do that to me anytime. And, all the X, Y, and Z, and where they lose a little bit of trust there. And that would have, I think, been a lot better. And hey, it would have given my guy, Super Kid, the only kid who's still a kid, it would have given him a chance to have something to do.
Right.
But yeah.
I mean, she did have that conversation with the mom, but she had it after she talked to is it what's her name?
Nibs.
Nips? Yeah.
Nibs.
So it again, I think it's intentional that they're showing like, you know, yeah, this place is so great and he has all this money and stuff, but like it's really poorly managed and like not ran very well, and like they're doing stuff without thinking through like policies and procedures and consequences and stuff like that. So I'm thinking it's just intentional, like, oh yeah, erase your memories, like, oh shit, we should have talked to the other kids, like, because kids, you know, say stuff at the worst possible time when
Oh
you
right,
don't
yeah.
need them
Like
to.
there's and then especially Wendy, who is just like, oh, well, this is what we're doing, so why wouldn't we talk about it? Why wouldn't we do this? Yeah. So she's got zero filter and zero, like, if she or that she was the one where they're like, hey, I'm trying to work here. She's like, go around me.
Right. Well, and she's the prototype, so I
Yeah.
think she feels responsible for all the other kids, so she's gonna check in with them at the earliest opportunity.
Right.
So.
And we if we are aware of these things, then everyone who's there should definitely be aware of these things. So yeah, like you're saying, like that's a bit lax and a bit like, I don't know. That's where I'm just like, could have maybe been written better, but like, yeah.
But again, I think it's intentional. I think it's supposed to show like the imperfection of the place, where, because you have the whole meeting where Boy Cavalier is talking to Miss Yutani, and she's talking about the specimens, and he's like, well, they're living creatures, you can't own them. But like on the island, they're talking about owning these kids like every episode. So I think it's supposed to be hypocritical and show that the place is fundamentally flawed.
Yeah, I don't know. That makes sense. Yeah, we have to see to the end.
Yeah,
I'm not,
exactly.
There's only one time where I got off the train, and it will never happen again until I see the end. But yeah, I'm having a blast right now. I'm just so happy for just really solid science fiction. I mean, like this year, I feel like we had Andor season 2, and then into Predator, Killer of Killers, into this. I am down. Like,
and we got Badlands coming out soon.
Oh man,
like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's just a good time. It's a good time for sci-fi. It's been a great year for movies. And yeah, no, I'm just here for the ride. But yeah, Alien Earth, I am having a blast with, because I can't tell you how I think it's going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they need to get to if this is a true prequel, then they do need to get to a point where not most of the people on Earth know that aliens exist.
Right.
So you have to figure that there's no outbreak of these creatures, but how do they contain it? Like, what happens? Like Weyland-Yutani is the only company that we've ever heard of in Alien, and now there's 4 other companies that have at least some equivalency to that. So what's going on there?
And Weyland-Yutani is going to come out on top in some way at the end of this, because they're the ones who sent the Nostromo out to investigate LV-426 in the first movie. So it's like, things. I don't think things are going to go well on that island. They're already falling apart, and I think because it's an island, it maybe is just going to get like nuked at the end or something like that.
Yeah, or they're going to be like, oh, the spaceship exploded. Yeah, no, there's a lot of variables, a lot of balls in the air, and a lot of plates spinning to keep track of. So I'm here for it. Yeah, I think that's all we got on this one. But yeah, like what would you say to the person about to start watching?
I would just say, like, just try to kind of turn off your expectations. Like, I've seen a lot of people who get super like caught up on like minor lore details, because like the alien life cycle and its biology and how it works across all the movies and Prometheus and all this stuff. Everyone's like trying to like, microscopically analyze like the rules of like, well, how does the facehugger work and how does this work and blah blah blah. And it's like, I don't care. Like, these aliens are so like weird and like out there that I kind of like how it's like inconsistent, and it just seems like it finds a way. Life finds a way. Like, there's not like one like clear-cut way that the alien biology works. Like it's so
well,
adaptive.
Well, because it is so parasitic and so like it requires a host, and no two hosts are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves, I feel like, a lot of room for interpretation and variance.
Right. Like you don't need a whole human. Like it grew out of a lung. Like it just needs organic material.
Right. That was so dope. It's a whole weird thing, and I think like it's like Star Wars is not science fiction; it's fantasy. Like there's a lot of things that they try to like go back and explain with science,
mm-hmm.
and it's like you don't have to do it. Like we were already on the ride. It's like we we don't really need this explanation, because when you lock it in like that, then everyone's like, well, how come this time? Well, what about that time? Well, what about that time? So yeah,
that stuff doesn't bother me. I just am like, oh, that's weird and new and crazy. Like I'm here for it, unless it's like really, really out there.
Yeah,
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like I'm just fine with it.
Yeah, the only thing that I still don't even understand why they would do it is how come that brother is still alive. Or like if that alien would have like maimed him in like caused him some grievous damage that they went and fixed. That would have been fine to me if it mauled him but left him alive because Wendy showed up or whatever.
Right. But it didn't really do that until afterwards when it got him with the tail, and that was kind of just in the heat of the little battle that they were having.
Right. So yeah, I'm just like, that was my only main problem, because like just again with what you've shown me today. I can't reconcile it with this, right now. Like that was where you're like, yeah, but I'm not like, well, I mean, in the Alien movie, the tail never impaled anyone for more than 6 inches, and yada yada.
I'm waiting for that thing to somehow come back. Like they keep showing its like decapitated head. Like I'm waiting for somehow that thing to just like them to like sew it back on and
through the floor.
Yeah, I don't.
But anyway,
yeah.
Whatever. It's still good. It's still good. Like I hate that I am also a huge nerd. I do the nitpick thing. I can't help it, but I'm still enjoying the show a lot. And like there's only a few little points where, again, like you can have these ultra nerd discussions. We'll get on the subreddits, and just go to town. But for the most part, I am really enjoying this. I think if you like the Alien series, you're going to like this. And like don't listen to what anyone else is saying. Just go watch it and form your own opinions on it. Like don't let anyone tell you how it's supposed to be or what you're supposed to be thinking, and come at it fresh, because it is definitely a fresh take on the alien stuff. And we've never been to Earth before with these things, so just keep the open mind. It doesn't let you down, like, for the most part.
I will say it did take like the first 2 episodes. I thought I was kind of confused because there's so many different things it's setting up that it doesn't really like focus until they get to the island. That it just give it a couple episodes, and I think this will benefit from a rewatch after it's all said and done. So that's probably what I'll do. Yeah,
I think so too. All right. That is going to do it for our Alien Earth discussion. Scott, thank you for joining me, because I needed you were the person I wanted to nerd out about this the most, only because we've had slightly differing opinions. But no, it's always great to chat with you, and great to chat with you about cool stuff.
Absolutely, we'll have to come back and do this once the season is out.
Oh yeah,
is done, and looks like we're going to get a season 2, so I'm pretty pumped. So.
Okay, see, I don't know. Ooh.
I mean, they could make this like an anthology, like whatever. It doesn't need to be Alien Earth season 2. It could just be another Alien show. I'm down.
Give these people more work. Yes, I'm fully on for that. But I don't know that I need to see this place in this time anymore. After whatever happens. I don't know that I really care, because then it's still a prequel, and I still know what happens.
I mean, this could be, Alien Earth, around the time of like Alien 3 or like, whatever. Like they don't need to keep it pre-Alien 1. You could still be telling alien stories on Earth, whenever in the timeline,
Right.
I'd be down for it. So
yeah, oh yeah, I'm here for that too. So yeah, again, like everyone, good work and keep it up. And yeah, like we're gonna have to catch you guys later. But Scott, thank you, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll do more alien stuff.
recycle your droids. Yeah, recycle your androids.
Recycle your synths. How do I stop this thing? Here we go.
All right.